11th, 2010. On Highway 302 in New Hampshire. I'm just driving from Bartlett right now, a little village that I just left, to the Mount Washington Hotel, which is very close to the Bretton Woods ski resort. And I have an appointment there actually to get a tour through the property and to be able to do some photos and some video clips of this historic hotel. But before I get there, I wanted to show you a little bit of the landscape here in New Hampshire. This is the White Mountain area. Mount Washington is basically to the right of us here, the highest mountain in New Hampshire, and I think the highest mountain in the northeast at 6,288 feet. Very imposing mountain. Probably right now there's not an awful lot of snow on the ground, so Mount Washington pretty much is the only really white-capped mountain in the area at the moment. And this whole area here is extremely popular actually at all times of year. We are here for skiing. Skiing is excellent here. The Bartlett Conway area, North Conway area, is extremely well connected to a number of ski resorts. We have had a chance to check out Sunday River in Maine, which is less than an hour from Bartlett. We also went skiing at Cannon Mountain, which is also in this direction actually, Highway 302, and then going south. And yesterday we skied at Attitash, which is the resort actually where we're located. Lovely resort as well, with two peaks, Attitash and Bear Peak. And I'm going in the direction of another ski resort now, Bretton Woods, which is New Hampshire's largest ski resort. And you can see here there's a sign coming up, White Mountain National Forest. So this is definitely a protected nature area, has been for many, many years. And there's lots of activities here, cross-country skiing, snowshoeing, lots of trails for ski-doos and snowmobiles, and of course in the fall there's hunting and fishing. I've even seen bikers this week, and that's mountain bikers, although it's still fairly early on in March. The weather's been very warm and it's gotten up to something like 11-12 degrees Celsius, which is probably into the 50s when you convert it on the Fahrenheit scale. And so people have been out on their bikes here, believe it or not, and as you can see the road is completely dry, so there's no problem biking at all at the moment. And this is sort of one of the more scenic areas here. The road through the mountains here that's heading out to Bretton Woods. I think there is a sort of a mountain pass called Bear Notch very close to here. And there's a river on this side of the road. And the Mount Washington Hotel that I'm going to right now is actually a very, very historic hotel. Opened in 1902, built by a wealthy industrialist, and I can't remember the first name now, but his last name was Stickney. He made his fortune in the coal business, and he built the hotel between 1900 and 1902. And he employed the help of 250 Italian construction experts that helped build the hotel. And it's constructed in a Spanish Revival style, so it's a very, very unique property. And very, very large, very grand. As a matter of fact, this whole area, the White Mountains area, was host to probably 8 or 10 major grand hotels in the Victorian era. Very large, stately hotels. I read a wonderful article about that on the internet yesterday. The only problem with those hotels was that they were built with a wooden frame construction. So many of these hotels burnt down more than once actually. The owners would rebuild them and the hotel would burn down again 2 years later or 6 years later or whatever. So most of these really grand hotel properties from the early 1900s, late 1800s are destroyed, and were actually destroyed by fire, but I think 3 of them are still in existence, and one of them is the Mount Washington Hotel, which I'm heading to today. It's now an Omni Hotel resort property, so the Omni hotel chain bought up the historic Mount Washington Hotel. And since the beginning, actually, it has been a very upscale hotel. As a matter of fact, when the owner opened the hotel in 1902, he charged something like 4 times the going rates of hotel prices at the time, just to keep the clientele exclusive. So that's where I'm heading today, and I will come back to you with another clip from this lovely mountain drive here in New Hampshire's White Mountains.